But I want to remind you of something which came out from the World Bank, and this is something which came with the last, the president who had to leave because of the scandal, and one of the, as I said, mass murderers, that is Wolfowitz. That is, he in one of the things said that, it was oil, and more or less indirectly he said it was because of oil we had to go into Iraq and so on, apart from the so-called, weapons of mass destruction. But the other thing which came up is after oil, the most precious drop, and even more crucial, is water. And this is why, when we hear about particular examples of small dam and so on, it has all along been in my mind that why is it that we have Narmada, we have many other things. One of the reasons why we have it is like the Soviet collectivization at one stage. You do it because you want to control the food which will come to the cities. You want to get hold of it. Similarly, if you have large dams, you precisely have checkpoints where you can control the water. You cannot do it unless you have points where you have reservoir and so on. And this is, apart from all other technology and so on, this is one thing which suddenly you feel this burst for energy for doing. I leave this as a hypothesis. I know, like most other hypotheses in social sciences, it cannot be proved. But I cannot explain this tremendous surge except in terms of water being more precious than oil in the world that is coming. This is one. The second thing which I want to tell you is, and I want to finish with that, is there is, of course, one thing which you must remember about the market, which is in so-called high economic theory called general equilibrium theory, but which is also much more common sense, which makes it so important for all of us to bring it down to the ground. And that is, market, unlike a democratic government, however badly functioning, is not accountable. It was mentioned in the morning. And one of the reasons it is not accountable is, the most important reason is, nobody knows, even in pure theory, pure economic theory, nobody knows how long a market takes to produce the right outcome, what you call the equilibrium. How long the market will take? 2 minutes, 2 hours, 2,000 hours, 20 years, 2,000 years? The time scale is completely unknown. And this is extremely convenient in politics. You must know. Dr. Manmohan Singh, I take this particular example, said 2 years of reform, we'll see the results. Now, 4 years of reform, we'll see the result. 20 years of reform. And I have heard this story. Alejandro Nagar would remind me. I have heard this story in Mexico. I have heard this story in Brazil. I have heard this story wherever there has been a disaster, World Bank style. Because it is always said the market will produce, because the market behaves like a dictator. It lives on future promise. It does not have to deliver. But the difference between the market and an elected government is, a government is accountable within the election. And the election is coming, and I want to end by saying this: the World Bank had its reward system. The World Bank has many powerful people on its side, but we, at least I believe, that if what we are seeing and what we are hearing about the World Bank, if this is true, we have the poor people on our side. And that is bound to win. Thank you.